All right, guys, what is going on, everybody? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today, it is about 48 degrees, but the sun is feeling warm, baby. And today, we have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath with a loft, full profile RV for you. This is the 2026 Sierra 4002 FB. And this is a pretty darn cool fifth wheel for someone that's got maybe an older family, maybe two couples kind of splitting it. You're gonna get extra headroom because it is in the full profile as opposed to, you know, maybe like a mid-pro. Notice how the back's kind of slipping down. That's what allows this to not feel claustrophobic and cramped. And even in the loft, you still get some good room in the bedroom. Now, the cool thing about this as well is you have a rear entry, but a pretty darn well-built coach, under $80,000, which is always nice. Today, we are down here at Funtown RV in Indianapolis, their newest location. Wicked cool spot. They got a great showroom, huge service center as well. So I'd imagine this area is going to be pretty stoked that they are turning this into a serviceable location, you know, which is nice. So all the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes will be down in the description and hopefully up on the screen right now. But you know how it goes. People hire me because I'm friendly. Sometimes I forget, but actually, usually I don't even put them up. But this time I'm going to try just to help it out. I got a couple messages and they're like, Hunter, why don't you ever do that? And I'm like, you know, I don't know. Laziness, I guess. But again, 2026 Sierra 4002 FB. And when you walk in, I think you have a pretty darn cool little compact, though, living room kind of kitchen combo. So you got the sink in the island with the waterfall touches. You have a slide out over here and you have a slide out over there. You know, I could see a lot of people removing that table and putting in a longer couch, which I believe is an option if I'm not mistaken, if you guys want to order it that way. I think I saw that. Super dinette, I think they call it a super couch or something. But anyway, MSRP of $112,000, selling for $72,988 down here at Funtown RV in Indianapolis. They will ship nationwide too, which is always a plus. But the slide out over here, slide out over there, what that's going to give you is a lot of moving and grooving room, since this is a camper that'll get cramped up quick because you're sleeping a ton of people. It's nice to have a little bit of a kind of a wider feel to a coach. 6'10" tall, high slides here as well. So from, well, let me just show you because I don't know what pointing's going to do, but, you know, something like that should help you out. You got JBL speakers here as well, panoramic windows. Now, the only downside to these is they don't open up, but the side ones do to catch a really nice breeze. And they are going to have the old Dracula shade, baby. Stop the skin from sizzling, keep those nosy eyes out. No knee knockers here on the table as well. So seating for 4 with plugins in the back and a wireless charger right there as well. So if you're playing some cards, plop your phone down on it. You're charging up while you're whooping up on your neighbors, Megan, Chris, and Euchre. So stainless steel cup holders, bada bing and bada boom. You can sit down, you can prop your feet up, you can kick them back and relax. It's kind of a nice little love seat action, but it's also going to be directly across from your TV right here. So good eye shot of that. Now from the dinette, my concern as I walk into a floor plan like this is if I'm sitting down, can I still see the TV? That answer is yes. So I think that is a good compromise for a location. The JBL speaker controls are right here. So A and B, that's inside and outside, so you can rock on both sides. And then you fire up the fireplace. You got it nice and roasty and a toasty. Put that bad boy into snuggle mode, and you know you're having a good time. You also get a little bit of you know, kind of Murphy pantry, hidden pantry options back here. So if you guys have been watching my videos for a while, my wife is a plant, crystal, and book person. So I think she could probably hide some of her crystals for good omens or whatever she's doing, and then she could put all the books, you know, for the reading. I'm going to get back over here to this kitchen because I want to get moving to the important part, which is going to be the loft and the bedroom. So we'll be right back into this kitchen. But you can see soft close finishes for the cabinets. But I mean, look at that loft up here. Now, I'm a bigger dude, so I'm not hiking up there. But actually, let me see here. Got this little selfie stick thing. I think I can put it on extendo mode. That's a little better. Pretty darn cool. Gives you a good little eye shot up there. You can see plenty of room for the kiddos, for your seasonal stuff. And you also have storage and access for TV hookups as well. AC, and then another one up in the bedroom as well. So 3 15K ACs to go with a 45,000 BTU furnace. So whether you're hot or cold weather, you got a lot of juice there. A drop frame heading into the bedroom. So that's what's going to give you a decent sized loft, but also not feel miserable back in the bedroom. I think I'd almost turn this into the master bedroom if it's me. Queen bed to not take up a little bit of extra space, but I like the accent lighting with the fact that you have outlets and shelving, along with a couple, windows there. Again, catch a good breeze. Hopefully get some of the smells from the woods, kind of pumping in. I just recently went to Lance, the manufacturer, out in California. Man, I went to the Sequoia National Park. Still can't get that smell out of my memory. It smelled so good out there. So it's such a cool part of the planet. TV can go here. You're also going to see you have 4 pull-out drawers here too as well. But you're also going to get 3 more on this side and 2 more on this side too, with hanging room on both sides as well. So all your stuff, you got weekends worth, you got a week's worth of clothes. You can pack right it away into here, and you're no problem. Now the nice thing about this floor plan is the 2 full baths, which usually the 2-bedroom units, they don't always have it. Porcelain foot flush throne. Then you got a sink. A mirror for the old bowling gun, baby. But you have access to your plumbing here up underneath. You also have, place to put like your deodorants and whatnot right there. A little towel holder. You do have a rear entry. I'd say coming like in and out of the back would be nice, so that way you're not kind of mucking up the camper. You're just kind of getting kids in and out. You also got a bath there too. Not a huge bath, but one that would be good for my 4-year-old, which is always a plus. I think standing in that, I'd probably be pretty cramped. Oh, let's go ahead and just see. I think I'll be cramped in it. Oh, you know what? That's not bad. I mean, if you're taller than me, I'm 6 foot, probably 6'1" with the Skechers and the hat on. But you got plenty of juice there. But yeah. All right. So now you got bedroom, bathroom up there, but let's go ahead and hit back into this kitchen. Starting off with the island. I like how you have the flip-up countertop. You might need just a little bit more room because you're cooking for a behemoth kind of group. Solid surface countertops. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. You also see around the microwave, you get an ample amount of storage here. So both left, right, and above, along with a Furrion residential styled microwave too, which is nice. And of course, you got the old potato mode, baby. You get bacon, the potatoes in the Sierra. By the way, Sierra is also going to be a sister product of Sandpiper. So if the dealership doesn't have Sierra, check out Sandpiper. So it's a pretty national brand, one of the better selling volume brands out there in the country. So you should be able to find one or the other. The 3-top burner to whip up all the fixings and enough room maybe for like a little chicken. Right here you have the hex-clad sink. You're also going to have the high-rise faucet. Hitting those dishes from all angles. 3 more pull-out drawers with the bottom 2 that are going to be about twice the size of the one that I just showed you. The only downside of it is, what if you need a little bit of desk room to get some work done? Where are you going to do that? Maybe at the dinette? Oh, you could do that at the little mini desk right here. So I think that's a pretty nice little spot. Plop down, answer a couple emails, maybe put a monitor up there, edit a couple RV videos, just saying that might be a good option. USB, universal C, and a regular outlet. A place for some of your stuff. And you got a sticker to remind you that you have a 200-watt solar panel that you can link up to 4 as well. Heated holding tanks, which is always nice. 73 grand. Not all of them are getting heated holding tanks, although they are getting more popular in the industry. It's basically a pad that sticks onto the bottom of your tank. Make sure that you can camp a little bit earlier or a little bit later into the season without your tanks freezing up on you, which is a plus. I also like how you have a place for some dry food, possibly some extra storage for clothing if you were to need it. So with that 12 volt, or with the solar panel, that'll obviously charge up the battery. This will also run off the 12 volt, otherwise known as the battery system as well too, which is nice. And then you get another freezer drawer down there as well. Your controls for your heat and AC will be right here, along with your fuse box down below. Let me give you another little look here. All right, 3, 2, 1, we're out of here, baby. The gas water heater, so it's going to be one of those on demand. Get yourself some hot water with a quickness. And as long as you have propane, you'll be good to go. And then the bathroom, while it might not be the biggest bathroom, it is no schlub. I'm 6 foot, 300 pounds. I'm a bigger dude. And you can see I've got moving and grooving room. Turn on the light to show off the old bowling gun, baby. And then right there, bada bing, bada boom, bada bongo. And then you got the 1-piece fiberglass shell here for the shower. And as far as a bigger guy's perspective is concerned, you got the head height, probably at about 6'5", 6'6", and you got a 1.5 on the roundy rating scale, because you can fit about one roundy and one flat in here if you're getting a little funky. If you're doing a little double cleaning, you know, saving some water, you know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do out there when you got kids. Flipping up into the front, you're going to have another queen bed as well, with queen storage there up underneath. You also are going to see you have, that needs to be fixed right there. I also noticed too, Funtown does a really good job when I'm out on the lots. Like, this has the red tape, so this got scratched up right here. So they know that they need to replace this section. So that's going to be nice there. But you have the valance right there that's missing. That's what it's going to look like on both sides. Lighting up underneath with storage. And then, you know, you have outlets as well for you too, which is nice. You also have an outlet over here as well. Flip it around. Hookups for a TV. Emergency exit. So pull, push, and plop. You can get out in a hurry. And then you're going to get 4 pull-out drawers. The top 2 are going to be just like this. The bottom 2 are going to be just like that, except connected all the way through. And then the closet, so I presume that they're using the Rhino Flex or the Rhino pin box to give you a little bit extra room, a little bit extra head height and depth into here. But you're going to see, you know, you got a little bit of nook space, and then you also have washer and dryer hookups as well with your dryer vent location. If you don't have the dealership do it, that's going to be where you're going to pop out that little puck. But all right, guys. I guess let me know what you think. If you guys have made it this far, if you don't mind, hit that like and subscribe button or drop a comment. It all helps me out greatly. And you guys know, 4 kids, I need all the help that I can get, not only financially, but also mentally. You know what I mean? All right. So in case you didn't see it the first time around, all the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes will be down in the description, along with a link for Funtown RV. But hopefully it just, you know, popped off the screen, you know, right about now. But here on the outside, you got a beautiful front cap. You got docking lights, which I will turn on now because it looks better when I talk about it with them on. Well, that's for sure. Actually, might as well show you this while I'm down here. A little place for your battery. I also like how they're using the slam latch doors too. So a little bit heavier, a little bit beefier. They're also using a metal backing for the latch as well. I'll show you that when we get right here. But look at the lights on that. I like how it's kind of cut out. It's kind of edged out right there on the front. I think it gives it a cool appearance, and you can tell even during the daytime they're shining up like justice, you know, which is always nice. So it looks like this one's got the electric auto leveling on it as well, so a little bit easier for you there. It's also going to have the 3-camera safety system. So if you're not familiar with it, if you get the 3-camera safety system, there'll be a camera here, one on the other side, and then one heading out the back over the rear entry, so that way you can kind of see, you know, all the way around you when you're driving down the road behind you with some distance markers. The Furrion system also comes with a one-way radio, so, you know, kind of stops some arguments because only one of you guys can listen to the other. What do you think about that pass-through? Not too big, not too small. It's kind of like that porch, it's just right. You also got the battery disconnect. It shows off the aluminum frame construction and that it's buttoned up here with that alumifoil. GFC eyes along with your cable hookups, a spray port for some access to some water, and again, heated and enclosed underbelly with those 12-volt pads. So as we come into here into the step above steps, you see you have your kind of like your spring-loaded action right there. So when you lift it up, it's just a hair easier to get in and out. So whether, you know, you have kids, you know, older folks or anything like that, you'll probably find value in just that step system. And most of the time people just walk past it without ever really reminding you that it's there. And I misspoke. It's actually prepped for the 4-camera safety system. So you can get one here above the door as well. Dual awnings, so awning here, awning there, get a lot of good campsite coverage. You're also going to have the an ABS system as well. You know, tire pressure monitoring system. So that way you can, you know, tell if you're going to have a blowout or something like that. It should scream at you prior to. The awnings are also going to be part of the Solera 3000 series. So that'll also run off the 12-volt system as well. If you're someone that likes to grill, LP Quick Connect here off the back. And then you have the ladder to get up on top of the roof, check your seals, check your slides, make sure everything is on the up and up. It's also going to be a fully walkable roof as well. Cable driven slide here up in the back. The other ones are going to be the rack and pinion, except for when you get the same size slide here up in the front. They are all 3 going to be eligible for slide toppers. So it's kind of one of those pay to play things. You know, you throw on one of those, you don't have to worry about debris falling on top of your unit. I definitely recommend getting them or at least checking into them. You know, your alternative is you climb up on the slide each time you're parked underneath a tree. All right, so you do have your sewer outlet connection located right here in the back underneath the slide. That's going to be where your other control is, right behind the axle. So a little bit of a good, you know, balance job there. Again, Sierra, but it can also be a sandpiper depending on, you know, where you're shopping, how you're spending your money, and where you need to be. You got your 50 amp connection, back end of the Suburban. What's nice about the Suburban is it does have a faceplate that's removable, so a little bit easier for service for you. And then you have the tankless on-demand hot water heater right there. So like I said before, as long as you have propane, you're gonna have access to some hot water. Right there is gonna be your leveling control, and this is those metal slam latch doors that I was referencing before. So it is nice to have that metal there instead of like a plastic that can chip. So right here, this is going to be your docking station. So you have your tank pulls, your black tank flush, hot and cold water in the form of an outside shower, your bypass valves, and then your your city and your potable water control right there, along with some of your cable hookups. But all right, guys, appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully this video helped. If you guys find some value in it, hit that like and subscribe button or say what's up. But again, my name is Hunter, and this is the 2026 Sierra 4002 FB. Have a great day. See you. Meow, 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 meow. Rum dum ba da 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 dum shum ba da ba da bum rum bum bum ba da bum rum bum 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 ba da ba da bum bum ba da ba da bum bum ba da ba da bum.